rambling about 5 games, and I really didn't want to bore people with it. So, the first one I'm gonna get into is Trace Memory. Sorry, I'm getting up so I could get my 3DS. I wanted to show that. A lot of these games I'll be covering are either 3DS, Wii, or Switch, or they've been imported from PC or Xbox or PlayStation, stuff like that. Um, for one, I wanted to try to cover at least 5, and if I couldn't do that, then excuse me, I wanted to cover all 10, but if I couldn't do that, I wanted to cover at least 5. So first, Trace Memory. Trace Memory is about a game where this is a DS game. First of all, it's where you go to an island because you think your dad's waiting on you, and essentially you are just looking around just to see where he is so you can go home because you haven't seen him or your mom in a while. Your mom's dead, of course. Very Disney or whatever. It's not a Disney game, but what happens is that you end up going on the island. You meet a ghost named D, and D lived on the island. He died there. The name of the island is Blood Edwards Island. He lived there, but he doesn't remember anything. So you're helping him find his memories while simultaneously trying to find your dad. But your dad's your main priority. You're finding these DS cards like this. I don't know like who's watching or not. I don't know if anybody remembers this. Yes, I have Zelda Spirit Tracks. I was going to talk about it, but everybody knows Zelda at this point. I don't really hear people talking about Spirit Tracks, though. But anyway, you got a DS. It wasn't like this. It was the one, like, years ago where it had the little dent in the middle. I know somebody knows what I'm talking about. It looked like a little pyramid on top of it. It was the original DS. But you have your DS, that's what your dad gave you, and you look for those cartridges, and they have information on it that your mom and your dad put on there. Some may be a different color, some may have different stuff on it. In the end, that's what you're looking for. And you're trying to uncover the mysteries on the island. I won't try to spoil it too much. I think a lot of what I was rambling on last time was spoilers, so I'll try to keep them to a minimum. Anyway, the next one, that would be... Oh, there also is a sequel to that one. But you don't get it unless you have a European Wii or Wii U and a European TV because it won't work. I tried it. It's region locked. But Fragile Moon is next. Fragile Moon is about how a man, I guess he found the main character, Seto, before the world ended. I didn't unlock all the secrets. I was way too young back then anyway. I want to buy that game again. The downside about that game, it's considered a rare game. So this game is like $80, $60. And I would pay 60, not 80. And then they say 60 and then shipping's 20. Which shipping shouldn't cost that much for a disc. But hey, whatever. It's considered a rare game, and a lot of the time with rare games, you won't find it anywhere except eBay, and they'll be selling the freaking boxes for that much. I don't know. But what happens is that the world ends, and your character grows up, and the person who's taking care of you passes away, so that means, okay, time to leave the house. You're looking around, the world's ended. You arrive at an underground mall, and a girl's sitting up there singing and swinging her feet, and then your character's like, oh my god, I love her. And she runs away, and he's like, I didn't know there were other people out here. He runs trying to look for her, and he stumbles across like cats, ghosts that are coming out of the wall that he has to defeat. It's all sorts of crazy. In the end, you figure out the secret of why the world even ended to begin with and why you lived. There are special exceptions. You find like a few characters like Crow. Crow is somebody you meet at the amusement park. At the abandoned hotel, you find Chio. Chio is a ghost, and she asks you to find a star, a ring, and something else. I don't remember. I think it was the moon. But yeah, that one's that. And now, sorry, I have a book that I write down all my stuff in. I'm just trying to look at it because I have a bad memory and I had to actually write these down. But anyway, The Sinking City, not gonna get too much into that one, mostly because I haven't finished it yet and I just started it. It's okay. It's mostly like Sherlock Holmes esque. If you've ever played that on the Xbox, it's like that. I don't know. It's okay. Echo's a really good game. Very pretty. They made it. It was inspired by Ethiopian. Well, not inspired by. It's derived from Ethiopian lore, like of the gods and stuff like that. I believe. I think it said it. It was either Ethiopian or African on Nintendo's app or shop thing. But that one's on Switch. The Sinking City is also on Switch. Fragile Moon is on Wii. That one's not region locked. None of these are region locked. The only one that was region locked is the sequel for Trace Memory. Or at least I think so. For Americans. I'm talking about America. AI, the Somnium Files. This one's a really good one. I can't find anybody talking about this one. This one is about you're a detective. You go into people's minds literally, and the AI helps you go into the minds of people, and you have to go through these wacky like puzzles through their heads in order to figure out why are they upset or why is their brain blocked off or what happened. And it usually reveals itself in the end, and you even find out that you have a secret about yourself. That one's on Switch. That one's a really good one. I bought that one a long time ago and finished it. Not going to spoil any endings. Tokyo Dark Remembrance. This one has multiple endings, like a lot of endings. Only a few people were talking about this one. I looked it up. That one's a really good one to play. Like if you're just sitting there and you just really want a detective game, that one's good. Detention's a really good one. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this was supposed to be about not Korean. I think that's Chinese, like, or Vietnamese. I don't know. It's one of them. Um, what you're doing is that you're in a school, or maybe Korean. I don't know. You're in a school that's haunted, and spoilers if you don't want to, like, click like maybe 10 seconds ahead or maybe 5. The school is haunted and you're dead. You don't know that you're dead. Everything has died off a long time ago, and the school's been abandoned since you've died, or before that, or maybe you were killed or something like that. I don't remember what happened, but because I played a little bit ago. That was a really good one if you like horror and puzzles. Blades. That one is kind of like Skyrim. Skyrim mixed with Oblivion, essentially, but you're stuck in first person. So I don't know. Do with that what you will. It was okay. I mean, it was all right. I wasn't fussing about it too much. It was pretty good for when I was playing it at first. Now it's just like okay, I get it. It's all right. Sorry if I'm moving the camera too much. I'm trying to keep the page open. Next is Voice. Well, last is Voice. Voice. It's basically like Osu, but like piano, and it plays on the Switch. You could just like drag your fingers across the screen, and it plays music. It's Osu essentially, but piano, if that makes sense. I suggest checking those out. All the ones I just mentioned, those are on Switch. Honorable mentions would be Spectrobes. Spectrobes is a game that you could play on the DS as well, but if you're gonna be getting the edition that have the cards with it, like collector's edition, I highly suggest getting the original. This is not the original. This is a new 3DS SL. I suggest buying the original. I'm probably going to get the original someday. I think it's like $60, $50, maybe 40, maybe less, because of how old it is. I suggest getting that if you ever want to play the collector's edition, because it has cards that come with it that won't be able to fit on this screen. But Spectrobes is about collecting monsters. It's basically like a knockoff Pokemon if you think about it. Pokemon on steroids, and they follow you. Yeah. I gotta make this short because it's about to go off. Seeds of Resilience. That one's just a survival game. I'm not even gonna divulge in that one. It's a survival game. Survive as long as you can. You go through tutorials that give you new survivors. New survivors will join every single time you complete a task and you have an island that's already created. It's very fun game. But yeah, that's all I've got to cover for right now. I didn't know I had like 2 extra minutes left. What the fuck did I delete? But that is all I have for right now. I probably will be making a game because these are all Nintendo games. I will probably be making a game for a video for Xbox, like games that I like on Xbox, or games that I like on PlayStation. I don't really play PlayStation a lot, especially because my PlayStation is broken. But when I do get a new PlayStation, that'll be something I'll cover. Yeah, that's all I can think about right now. Thank you for coming and listening and watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for talking with me. Leave a comment down below. Leave a like even. I don't know. We're just vibing here. This channel, it doesn't have anything specific as of right now. My end goal is to have... I'm sorry, it's kind of cheesy to say, but I want to pull a PewDiePie in a way. Like, not in, like, fame or anything, but in terms of, like, just being able to do what you want on your own channel and being happy with it. And not having people judge you for, like, what it is that you do. Or what it is that you like. I really just want to post this daily, have fun, chill with you guys. I even want to do live streams one day. I can't do that right now because of where I am right now. Wi-Fi, horrible. That's why I was so unmotivated to upload, because the Wi-Fi upload is so slow. It takes hours for it to upload and stay uploaded, or to keep uploading I have to turn back on my phone, yada yada. You get the point. Sorry, I was checking something. Either way, thank you. I hope you have a good day. My name is Ranty. I have this on. I already know the question's coming on. I have this on because my hair's fucked up. But that's it for today. Thank you. Have a good day. Yokai says hello. And have a nice whatever. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. See you.